Hey everybody, we're live. Let's go.
Bring me on! Bring me on!
Calm down. Oh damn.
Bring
Okay.
me on!
All right. All right. All right. All right. All
Let
right.
me
All
in!
right. All
It's
right.
dark! I
All
can't
right.
see anything! I'm so blind! Oh, thank
There,
God I
you can see
see.
now. Hey,
Oh,
what's up?
thank God.
What's up, everyone? Dregn Durant here, and we got this person. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Who are
Where?
you?
I don't know.
The one with the funny-looking sunglasses.
They're not funny, they're awesome and cool.
They are very cool. Well, we got Neff here. We're gonna do a little chit chat, little hangout. Neff is low key dying, but it's okay. We all are a little bit on the inside at least.
I'm on the tail end of a cold.
Yeah. So extra spicy today. Let's go. But how you doing, Neff?
I'm dying.
All right, there we go.
I feel like we established that, you know?
Well, I mean, that's how I wanted to introduce you. So I wanted to see if you had anything else going on. Stream elements. I thought I disabled you. What the heck are you doing here? Get out of my chat.
My stream elements. Welcome to the channel.
But we're gonna be talking about all sorts of stuff today. A little bit of game stuff, a little bit of existential crisis stuff, and maybe a little bit of, I don't know. Neff, you got anything you want to talk about?
No, I totally was not prepared for this. I came
Nice.
with nothing.
Perfect. What's your favorite brand of tissues?
My favorite, dude. What brand are these? Puffs. Puffs. Lotion type.
Lotion. Oh,
tissues.
I cannot do lotion on paper like that. It just feels funny.
Tissues?
Yeah.
Oh, but it's so nice.
I don't know. It feels like I'm wiping myself with slime.
What do you mean?
It's too soft for me. I need that sandpaper, coarse material so I can exfoliate my nose when I go to blow it.
I don't know, man. I have sensitive skin, so I prefer the lotion stuff.
No, I get it. A lot of people do, but yeah. Well,
I have little itty bitty baby skin that sucks.
itty bitty baby skin, huh?
Yeah.
I gotta remember how to stream. It's been so long. I feel like it's been a couple weeks since I've been out
Well, I
here.
don't know. You could start by reading your chat that you don't read.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, we are on YouTube. Do people on YouTube actually, deal with chat? Every time I'm watching like a podcast, the chat might be there, but it's just like, hey guys.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
But Buddha, welcome. Vector, welcome. I think I saw Kieran lurking around somewhere as well, but we're all hanging out.
He left before the stream started.
Nice. He was here for the intro and noped right the hell out as soon as he saw your face. I don't blame him though.
Okay, well, that's just mean.
No way. What do you mean? How does that mean? It's a survival instinct.
Uncalled for, man.
Uncalled
it's uncalled for.
Well, you know what? I got that Chihuahua effect because I'm so short. No, you don't know that one?
You're like, what, 2 feet tall?
2 feet tall. Yeah, I mean that's just not my full potential.
What?
Because
You would never have any more potential.
damn, ouch.
I've been saying for months, maybe years, that Dren will always be like 3 feet tall.
3 feet tall? I can't imagine being 3 feet tall. There's some folks out there.
You are 3 feet tall.
You know what? You shut your face. I have you met someone who's like 4'2"?
Yes, I knew someone like that in high school.
Yeah, pretty wild.
In senior year, they came up to my waist.
Ooh, that's sounds like. I was gonna say that's not a human. That's a child.
I mean, I'm also just very tall, so I'm very tall. They were exceptionally short,
Yeah. Well, how does that affect you when you're scavenging for rocks?
What do you mean?
You got some extra distance to go for.
Oh, it just means I can reach the rocks better.
Yeah. You got like, what's your wingspan?
My wingspan, dude. I don't fucking know. What's your wingspan? You don't even know yours.
My
My
That's a good
wingspan
point.
is exactly 110 kilometers. Shut up,
Kilometers, damn! You could be slapping
Yeah.
people across the country.
There's rocks on the top shelf. How tall are you, Neff? I'm about 12 feet tall, sometimes 13.
12, 13. Wow, that's
Where's
quite
your
the
rock
height.
fact? You didn't redeem shit, bro. There's no channel points.
Yeah, you got to do a exclamation mark redeem Nefrock.
This is YouTube. This is no man's land. There's no laws out
Yeah.
here. This is the wild.
All you guys get are these funny little emotes that pop up in the chat. There you go.
Literally. Redeem Nefrock.
Neff, you gotta do the redeem.
Do I have to? I don't remember signing anything. I don't think I actually.
I didn't sign. This wasn't in the contract. Well, if you read page 327 in the fine print at the bottom.
Don't you pull out the fine print on me.
I'm gonna
You
pull up
bastard.
the fine print all the time. I have it
You want a
stapled
rock
to my
fact?
forehead.
You want a rock fact, not just like a geology fact? Because rocks are more specific. I have a cool geology fact.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. I'll allow it.
There's a lot of controversy going on in the geology world right now.
Oh yeah, you better lay down some facts. You're getting called out.
Well, so there's a controversy because some people want to define a new epoch, and we're in the Holocene epoch right now, but there's people who want to identify from the 1950s onward as the Anthropocene epoch because of plutonium that humans put in the soil. It's like a distinct difference between what came before. So, like, there's an argument to be made for a new epoch.
Hasn't this conversation been going on for like a year or two? I feel like I remember hearing about this a year ago.
It's been going on for a little while, but just recently we've been focusing on like the 1950s and plutonium from bomb testing.
Interesting. Okay. Bomb testing. Where did that come from?
Yeah. The Cold War.
Yeah, fair. Speaking of, I guess kind of parallel to geography, but did you know that there's an entire like tourism, I guess, program down in Antarctica that rich people go to, like,
Yes.
around the year? I had no idea.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought it was just like science and military that was down there, but apparently there's like a whole village that people go to for vacation.
You can go down there. Don't you ever say geography is equal to geology.
Well, yeah.
They're so different. They are different divisions.
But they got Geo. They're both Geo. They're part of the Geo gang.
No.
Come on, you played Genshin. They're on the same team.
No. No.
What would geography be without geology?
I don't know. Probably nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, there you go. Just
nothing would be anything without geology because we wouldn't exist.
The cold, dark vastness of space has returned.
Okay.
Geodudes. Nice. That's funny. I'm actually playing a game of a tabletop RPG coming up here. Offline, unfortunately for you guys, but I'm playing a Rockman. I was gonna call him Geodude, but we'll see. Yeah.
I know that one.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You're in there. You know.
You forgot I was there. You
Listen,
dick.
I got a memory of a goldfish.
Okay.
That's why I keep my little spaceship around. It reminds me.
Your little spaceship.
Rockman is Mega Man. That's a good point. Funny fact, my early email address when I was, middle school, high school? I forget when I made my first email account, used Rockman. But back then, Rockman and Mega Man and search engines weren't as optimized, so I think way back then, if you searched Rockman, you just get a bunch of, like, bulking dudes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, well, because it was like Rockmen, I don't know, they were all flexing and shit. I was like, oh, that's, maybe this email address wasn't a good idea. But that was a time ago. Nev, how many email addresses do you have?
Oh, Jesus.
That many, huh?
7,
Yeah.
I think.
Man, up until streaming, I only had one email address, and then once I started playing around with social
Because
media,
I have my email, my old school email, my current school email, my high school email, my VTube email, my burner email,
burner email.
yeah, I have a burner, my family email. Yeah, 7.
Nice. Okay. Man, were you closing your eyes trying to remember them all?
No, I was looking down and
Oh, okay. I was like, she's pulling this from
my
deep memory.
camera's like up. It's like up here. Well, I don't know. I just pointed to it, dude. I'm so stupid. It's on top of my monitor, right? So when I look down, it kind of.
Yeah. Well, that's the struggle, right? You either have it on the top, and then it's always looking down on you, so it has a superiority complex, or it's below you, and you're just like, it's looking at your nose hairs, and what can you do about it?
Yeah.
Some people actually stream.
I guess you could trim your nose hairs.
Yeah, well, now I'm waiting for it to gain sentience.
What the fuck?
It just reaches out and starts pulling stuff. But some people have their camera right in the middle of their monitor. Have you seen those setups?
I have, and I don't understand how they do that.
Yeah.
Or why.
I don't know. Maybe they just don't game. I don't know. I guess if you're doing nothing but talking, it's not a big deal.
Stream when? Yeah, when's the VTuber that has nose hairs with physics?
That you know what? That might be an idea for male VTubers. I guess girl VTubers could do that too, but that'd be I don't know if there's an audience for it. I'm sure there is an audience for like other hairy things, but
the Dregn 2.0 model will have physics-based nose hairs.
Yeah. I won't get legs, but I'll get nose hairs that can go out and just it'll crawl me forward. Some eldritch horror.
But you'll get really advanced nose hair, cutting-edge technology.
Oh no, man! My family member is trying to call me.
Okay, and you should pick it up.
No,
I'll talk to you.
We're definitely not doing that because I gotta draw boundaries. It's your stream.
My stream.
Yeah, when Nef is here, it's
Hey guys, welcome to my new channel.
How's your new channel going?
Pretty terribly.
Pretty terribly. Dang! Ouch! Oh. Nef, time to exploit the niche. Let's go. Oh, she dying.
I'm dying. My bad. Sorry.
Well, let's pivot to some stuff that people can that gamers do as VTubers do. How many hours do you have in Baldur's Gate these days?
How many hours do I have in Baldur's Gate? I have. Dang, I gotta find it. 192.
190. You know, a lot of people that I know who have been playing Baldur's Gate are like over 150 hours in now. What about you guys? How many hours do you guys have? Are you playing Baldur's Gate? It looks good. A friend of mine gifted it to me. And
I saw that you got it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about starting it because if I end up liking it, I'll probably end up dumping.
You won't see the sun for a while, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a little concerning.
That game is so good. Game of the year. I hope it beats Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom can suck it. Baldur's Gate 3 all the way, baby.
Did you play Tears of the Kingdom?
No.
Oh, well then shut your mouth.
Who gives a fuck, bro? It's a Switch game. Who cares? Baldur's Gate 3, baby.
You gotta find Zelda, and then when you get there, it's like Zelda's in another castle.
Man? That's the wrong game.
What if they did, though? That'd be great.
That'd be kind of funny, actually.
I mean, they did Smash Brothers, right? They could totally do like a like just amalgamation of Zelda, Mario. What's another big Nintendo title?
They give Link a double jump for no reason.
I mean, he has a spinny move. He could totally double jump spinny move, you know, become a helicopter, fly away.
He could do the spin jump that Mario does, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Neff hates Nintendo, do you really? Do you have a Switch?
I have a Switch Lite.
Switch. Oh, wait. Is that Switch? What?
I have it for one game and one game only.
What the hell is a Switch Lite?
It's the Switch, but the Joy-Cons don't come off. There's part of it.
They made this? I had no idea.
Yeah.
This is like the 2DS?
Yeah.
Dang.
I didn't even ask for it. It was a gift from my friend. I wasn't even gonna get one. But my friend was getting like an actual Switch, so they gave me their old one,
This is
which
so
was pretty
stupid.
cool.
So I went to go look up Switch Lite, and oh, that was weird.
What? Ah, where'd you take me, bro? Where am I?
You're at the bottom corner. I guess I didn't.
Get me out of here.
So this isn't. You got one of these, huh?
What the fuck is this?
I went to go look up Switch
Jesus
Lite.
Christ,
It's because
man.
I'm an idiot. I typed in actually light.
You're just dumb, bro.
You know, is it smaller than an actual Switch?
A little bit.
A little bit.
But I mean, I play it for literally one game, which is Touhou Spell Bubble. So, I mean, I don't do anything else with it. I just play Touhou Spell Bubble, you know?
You are such a big Toho fan.
What's wrong with that, man? I like Touhou.
Nothing. It was an observation. You know,
Touhou's cool.
a part of me feels like, can you still dock the Switch Lite? Does that still have like the?
No, well, I don't know. I don't have a dock for it, so I don't know if I can do that.
Okay, so this is probably just meant to be portable, but I'm sure it still has a connector, so you could probably still put it up
Yeah.
on a screen or capture it or whatever. I actually kind of like it. The Joy-Cons are cool and all, but aside from games that were designed to play with it, it's like, what do you do with them?
Yeah.
Not to mention the batteries on them don't last crazy long. Either that or maybe I just don't game enough anymore.
I mean, I don't know. It's not that I hate Nintendo, it's just that I don't really care about them, you know?
Sure. Yeah, you probably didn't grow up with Nintendo, right? Would be my guess.
No.
Yeah, would you
I
grow
grew
up
up with emulators of PS games and fucking
with? Damn, lucky you. You actually had working emulators growing up for PlayStation.
yeah, I
Dang.
did. Yeah.
That PlayStation was a
played-
struggle growing up.
I played Drakengard 1, Drakengard 2, Drakengard 3. I played Nier Replicant when it first came out, which was wild because nobody knew it was like connected to Drakengard yet. So that was really sick.
Oh, I had no idea.
I'm one of the gifted few who got to have that experience of discovering that Nier Replicant is a successor to Drakengard.
Oh, that's
It was
cool.
so cool, man. That's one of the coolest experiences I've ever had in my life, and I was like 10 years old.
Drakengard. That's a PlayStation. Yeah, okay. This is an old title.
Yeah, it's ancient. That's why I played it when I was like 7, and it, traumatized me. But what are you gonna do? You gave your 7-year-old an emulator.
Yeah, how did that come about? I forget. Was your family, one of them, a gamer?
Both of my parents are gamers.
Oh man, that
Both of my parents have memories of when Pong first came out, and they were all hyped about it. Yeah.
That's funny.
My parents played like Doom and Fallout. My mom has like 3,000 hours on Skyrim. Yeah, so they're gamers. They set me up with games pretty early. I was like, PlayStation games are cool. Then my dad was like, well, we can emulate them instead of buying them. And I was like, nice.
That's such a funny
So
take.
my dad helped me set up an emulator.
Wow, that's cool. I never had that experience because my family weren't gamers. I guess the introduction to gaming that I had was from my aunt who bought me my first, what was it, Game Boy Pocket?
I feel I'm pretty happy my parents are also gamers. It makes it a lot easier to talk to them about stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm playing a video game. And they're like, what's the game? And I'm like, well, you gotta kill these goblins because they're trying to murder these guys. And you have like this fireball spell. And look at this. And then they're like, wow, that's awesome. Because they like understand what a video game is.
Sure.
You know?
Hell of a better conversation than what did you learn at school today?
Yeah.
That's the shit that
Yeah,
I
like
grew up with.
whenever my parents like walk in to talk to me about something, they see like a game they don't recognize on my screen. They're like, "Oh, what's this?" And I tell them about it. It's cool.
Nice. Do you ever get into like debates with them about games?
Yeah, every now and then. I tell them that I don't like Fallout, and that makes them fight back with me because they love Fallout.
Dang. Why don't you like Fallout? Which Fallout are we
Because it's
talking about?
boring. There's one color in every Fallout game, and it's either gray or brown, and there's nothing interesting. Everything is the same grungy, boring ass texture. It's all so ugly and hideous, and it's boring, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. I see
I play
that.
video games to have fun, not look at a fucking abandoned warehouse for the 18 billionth time. Like, come on.
Man, that's why you play games like Risk of Rain and Helldivers.
Yes,
That's a
I play
good
video
point.
games to have fun.
Yeah, and yet you study rocks.
Rocks are interesting.
Yeah,
Rocks
yeah.
are gray and brown. They have so many colors that you don't see because you're stupid and an idiot and a loser and stupid. And
Wow,
fuck you.
thanks. You've gone
Oh, my
you've gone
cat
there.
was the
You study rocks, Neff. She's floating now. Very nice. Yeah, Baldur's Gate. I don't know when I'll play it. I'll probably get around to it at some point, but we'll see.
Baldur's
see.
Gate.
Special guest Neff's cat. No, Neff's cat noped the hell out. They left. Weren't you paying attention?
Yeah.
So, I guess speaking of grays and oranges and browns, there seems like there's a lot of that going on in Starfield. I've been watching a little bit of Starfield
I haven't seen
videos.
Starfield. I kind of don't care about Starfield.
You know, is that because you don't like Fallout, so you like don't care about Bethesda? Did you play Skyrim?
I played Skyrim, but Skyrim also kind of falls victim to the everything is gray, thing.
Man, I feel like you just did the tutorial areas and then just like noped
No,
out of
I
the
did.
game.
I played all of Skyrim. I don't know. I'm not interested in Starfield because the price tag is more than $60, which is unacceptable.
Yeah, I was actually telling my so my niece had her birthday, a little birthday party yesterday, and I was talking to my family about it, and it's like, man, growing up, games were $50, which, thinking in their shoes, that was a lot of money growing up, but at a certain point, games became 60 and 70 outside of like certain indie games and whatnot, but a lot of these games also they don't have to like manufacture the physical copy as much anymore. Like a lot of people sure buy it for console, but PC, it's just software, right? And you're charging $70 on PC. Seems pretty wild. I guess that's inflation.
Oh god. Yeah, a $70 game is ridiculous. 60 or lower, you fall back in line with everyone else. Stop trying to be something.
But they spent so much money on marketing and
I
advertising
don't
now.
give a shit, bro. You're already making $1 billion every year from fucking releasing Skyrim for the 18th time. Come on.
That's fair. Not to mention, like, half the game is made by modders, right?
Literally.
I was looking at the creation. So apparently for Starfield, they created or updated their creation engine. That's the game engine that they use. And I was thinking about the creation engine and some of the new features I was seeing in Starfield. I'm like, isn't this just like implementing a bunch of stuff modders made for the old creation engine?
Yes.
And part of me wonders how much of it they actually made like an agreement
it's
with
like
the
what
original.
Overwatch 2 is doing for events now. Instead of making like a custom game mode like they used to, they just promote a custom game mode that someone else made, you know?
Dang. Actually, we got a resident Halo expert in the chat here. What is Halo doing with that, or with the Forge? Are they advertising the Forge, or are they just it's just a builder? I don't know. We'll see what they say. But yeah, I don't know. I like games that have modding. I think smart developers include
modding is great.
Yeah.
It just can't be the only appeal of the game.
And yet games, what's that popular game that kids play these days? Roblox. Isn't that game basically just like a sandbox?
Well, that's like I think I compare Roblox to Unity. It's just they released an engine and said make stuff, you know?
Yeah. So that was the point. That's okay though, right?
And it's free.
Oh,
don't
is it
pay
free?
for
Oh, I
it.
didn't know
Yeah,
that.
Roblox is free to play. I think that's like the main thing.
They don't make you buy 3 copies like
It's like
Minecraft.
that's why I didn't like Gary's mod. Is because like you get it and you're like, okay, so I need these 8,000 mods to be able to do anything, and I need a group of 7 or more friends to be able to do anything. It's like, okay, then like I'd rather go play like a well-made game instead of like
Yeah,
a fan-made thing, you know?
something with actual design.
Yeah.
So okay, so we got our update here. What is it? So they do promote community maps during special events, adding them into playlist rotations, which I think God, it's been a long time since we played it, but I think they did add a couple of those Forge maps into one of the rotations, right? And they give creators some exclusive in-game junk if their stuff gets featured. In-game junk. So basically, they don't pay them. All right. Well, actually, I saw another video talking about Halo, and it's just talking about how, what was it? It was, what's that collection that came out a while ago? Halo something collection?
The Master Chief
Master Chief
collection.
collection. That's the one. It was a
You
video.
don't know the Master Chief? Come on, Dregn.
Listen, I grew up on Combat Evolved, and I didn't have an Xbox, so
That's the Master Chief, Dregn.
he is the Master Chef. Yes, you're
He's
right.
the Master Chief.
Yes, he makes a mean cannoli. But the video was talking about how just you start it up, you can't figure it out because their UI is shit, and I'm just like, oh, that sounds like Halo Infinite. Nice. I don't understand how games struggle with the interface, and yet if you go the other way, this was some drama that was happening with Starfield, which was people were complaining about the minimal design of the Starfield home title page. It's just like it can't satisfy anybody. Nobody's happy. But what are you gonna do? Make your own game? No, but it's hard.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really struggling.
With what? You feeling?
I'm sitting here coughing and hacking, bro. I'm just muting in between.
Oh, well, keep coughing and hacking. Yeah, we might have to cut it a little short just because I gave her the chance to be like, hey, if you're feeling bad, we could
No. It had to happen. We already delayed like a week and a half. Come on. Now.
That doesn't matter. Chat could wait. Streams could wait. But you know what? Speaking of which, you should get a little add-on for your model where it's like you're coughing up blood. You know the scene in like anime and manga. Yeah, you could totally do that because like when you're hacking, just like, blah.
Yeah, fucking coughing up my entire lung.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. I mean, well, you did do a lot of screaming leading up to now too. You guys should have heard her. You should have heard her when we were getting things ready.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, that's true.
That doesn't help. Dren, I'm sick. Blah, 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 blah.
Dren, I am sick. I'm sick.
You are sick.
I'm sick. You should feel bad. Hang on. Which one is
I'm hanging on.
There we go. Dren, I'm sick.
I'm
sick.
she put the blush on.
I'm sick. I'm sick. I can't. I'm sick. You gotta help me, Dren.
How can I help? We got
I'm sick.
we don't got much here.
I'm dying, Dren.
Maybe I can get my little buddy here. Actually, I wonder if it works on this screen. I haven't tried it.
I'm dying, Dren.
Nope, doesn't work here. I'm sorry, I don't have any way to help you. We're remote connected.
Why, man? You gotta help me.
What would you have me do?
I'll cough on you and get you sick too.
That's why. You know what? You're in your ship. I'm in my ship. So we're
ship. Fuck you, man.
We're at least. Oh, that's right. You got your little. What do you call it? What do you call the little pod on the planet?
Bruh, I'm in a Fuck you. I'm in a habitat, man.
You're in a habitat. Yeah, because you need oxygen. This fool.
I need oxygen. Well, yeah, you have so many augments, you can really just breathe fucking nothing.
Yeah, I breathe through my nose hairs.
You're just a robot at this point.
I might be. You guys don't know.
You're just an android. No, I do know.
This guy doesn't even Neflore. You know what? It's not an issue of Neflore. It's an issue of vocabulary recall.
What do you mean? You know stuff.
I know stuff on occasion. Well, sometimes. Well, since we're talking about a little bit of space and Mars and stuff, what about space? Dozen
What do
even
you mean, what
words.
about space?
What about space? I was gonna ask you tonight, but because you're not feeling super great, maybe I'll bring it up now, and we'll probably cut it like maybe in an hour or 30 minutes. I mean, but I was thinking about God. What was that theory that came out recently? It was I should have prepared this, but there was a gosh, what was it? Maybe it was related to quantum entanglement. Wasn't there a lot? There's like a lot of news I've been seeing on YouTube, the space talk channels, like the explore space. But part of me feels like half of them are AI generated conversations talking about space, and they're like, oh, they found out this new information. At the end, you don't really learn anything. They're just kind of
Yeah.
giving you the wind up, and then you get to the end. It's like, wait, but they never revealed what was they were winding up to.
Yeah, they give you all the background of like, here's the James Webb Telescope, which can see all this
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And it just happens. It's like, great, I already knew that.
Yeah, and here's what it discovered, but they never really show you anything new. It's just talking about it. Which these channels are actually one of the reasons why I started using the feature in YouTube where it's like, don't show me this channel anymore.
Yeah.
Like I never had to use it, but now I'm getting to the point where it's like, bro, this
Or the worst ones are like, they keep talking about what it's going to discover, and it's like, you don't know.
no, you
have no
don't.
idea what it's gonna discover. Shut up. You don't know anything.
A part of me can't help but feel like so Einstein is kind of Einstein and a few others, right? Kind of set the foundation for how we look at science and how we understand the way everything works. Part of me feels like those theories maybe set up kind of like bumper lanes, and we can't seem to accept anything outside of those bumper lanes anymore, even if when we zoom really far out or zoom really far in, there's a potential that it kind of deviates out of what their theories kind of prepped us for. So like gravity, right? It's like we have a pretty good idea of what gravity is from, was it Einstein and Newton and different laws? But when it comes to
okay, I'm gonna stop you right there.
yeah, what's up?
We don't know shit.
Yeah,
about
exactly.
gravity.
Yeah.
We know how it works, all right? We know things have mass, and then things get attracted to that the more mass that is present. We don't know how. There's no particle, there's no wave. We don't know how gravity like attracts stuff. We just know that it does.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Is like we accept the answer, but we don't like understand the solution leading to it, or I guess the formula, the specifics, right?
No,
So
I wouldn't say it that way. I would say it's like a black box. We know what the input is and what the output is, and we know we know what it does. We just don't know what's actually going on in the mechanics of the black box.
yeah, that's a better way of saying it. That makes a lot more sense.
I've thought about this a lot.
Clearly, is this something that you put in your little doodles, your writings?
Yes, Dregn, actually, it is. Fuck you.
Why?
I don't
know. She just wants to say that. What do you mean gravity denial? I don't deny it. I just question it and wonder about it with my non-scientific brain. The universe is a mystery. There's so much more we don't know.
Hang on, I gotta be right back. I'm sorry.
No, take your time. Oh, nice. But yeah, I don't know. I wonder about this stuff. It's what I do in my free time. Is just think like I take a walk outside in the evening and I look up at the stars and I'm just like, I wonder if something's out there. Kind of goes into thoughts of like, oh, what, like extraterrestrials, which I guess maybe that's the wrong way of phrasing it, but wondering like, where are the aliens, right? Bats are out there. Hey, what's wrong with bats? There's nothing wrong with bats. If you see a whole flock of them, you know what do they call a flock of bats? Because a flock of crows is called a murder, right? I wonder if a flock of bats has a name. Do you know, Smarty Pants? Is it just called a colony? It might be a colony? Yeah, it might be, huh? Colony of bats, camp of bats, cauldron of bats. What the heck? Oh, there's apparently a bunch of them. Okay, well, you're gonna maybe a little flashbang coming in here. Let's see here, full screen. Switch over here. So yeah, according to Animals Pick, I guess is the site here. Let's see here. That'll do. But yeah, generally, a group of bats is called a colony, cauldron, camp, and cloud. Huh. Which is business, right? I wonder what the... Are they just all synonymous, or is it an issue of size? So colony ranging from just a dozen to 100. that's a pretty big range. I don't know about you guys, but so colony is a dozen to 100, whereas a camp of bats is... Doesn't really say anything numerical here, but maybe a deal of like if there's a whole family of them, I suppose. You should call up the president of bats and get to the bottom of this. I don't have Batman on call, but I'll turn the signal on and see if he shows up. Cauldron is a word for a group, no matter how many. Okay, so cauldron is probably the most commonly usable term for a group of bats. And a cloud of bats are what? When they fly in a group? So when you have like a big swarm up in the sky, I suppose. So interesting. The more you know. We learned a little bit today. Let's go. Huh. That's cool. I always thought murder of crows was a funny way of referring to a bunch of crows. When they start swarming up in the sky and everything. Flocking.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Post-nasal drip is the bane of everything.
Yeah, is that where it just kind of...
So bad, dude. It's so bad.
Yeah, that's when like the floodgates are just open and it just suddenly starts creeping off of your...
And it's the goo, man.
That goo. Ooh. Oh, you get gooey?
It's so hard to fucking talk. It's awful.
Well, I do hope you feel better. How long have you had it for?
Pre-nasal drip? What the fuck do you mean pre-nasal? Since Monday.
So, if anything, maybe you have another week before you're feeling tip-top.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. It probably affects, you know, or not affects. It probably is affected by, like, immune system and overall health. But generally, colds for me last about 2 weeks. Like, if I have it...
Looking forward to a week of fun.
Yay, fun.
Yay. Being sick is awesome. Whoa.
Well, don't woo too much. That vibration might cause more nasal dripping.
Dude, what do you know?
I knows.
Oh.
What
the
is...
nose knows.
And it runs.
You better catch it.
Oh, it's gonna get away. But but you missed it out on learning a little bit about flocks of bats. Apparently bats have like 4 words that you can use to call like a murder of crows. Bats could be called a colony, a camp, a cauldron, or cloud.
A cauldron?
A cauldron. And that one seems
That's
super
awesome.
common though, because it's like it doesn't matter how many there are, you can just call it a group of bats a cauldron of bats.
Oh, here's the thing. Okay, so last night I was having... Sorry, we were talking about animals. This made me think of this.
Sure, go for it.
Last night I was having fever dreams, you know, because of the fever.
Heck yeah, yeah, we love fever dreams.
How does a camel store its water? Because there was a camel in my dream, and I had this question, and it bothered me so much that I woke up.
Huh. How does it store its water? Doesn't it just drink it and it holds it in like hump sacks?
No, it's not in the hump.
Oh, really? I feel like growing up they were telling us that they have like an excess of...
The hump is not used for water storage, but camels can go for long periods of time without water. They drink large amounts of water, up to 20 gallons at a time. The water is stored in the animal's bloodstream.
In the blood? Oh, so it's not even in their fat? Oh, interesting. No, so apparently we don't even understand camels.
Well, fat stores like energy, you know.
Sure, but most critters are made of lots of water content, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, you know, camels are always camels make weird me out because we kind of know that they store water because they're on the, you know, the driest place. They just look like the driest animals, don't they? They always look like they're parched.
Wait, hang on. I gotta look at a picture of a camel for this.
I always like a horse looks like it's, you know, doing well, it's healthy, but a camel always looks like it's dehydrated. I can't. I always look at a camel. It's like, man, your lips look cracked, your skin looks dry. What's up?
Do you want to know the name? Oh my god. Do you want to know the name of an album on my phone of like photos?
Sure.
It's called Ominous Pictures of Camels Surrounded by Fog. Because I have found 38 pictures of camels looking ominous surrounded by fog.
And you save them?
Yeah, I saved them all, and now I have a specific friend that I send them all to, like one after the other, and that was I don't know, that's just something that I did.
Huh? Is that a common thing that you do, where you just find like a random series of images?
I found a funny series of images.
Uh,
And so I sent them with no context all at once, and I thought it was funny.
Nice. Well, for everyone's viewing pleasures, I suppose, here's camels.
Camels, man.
Camels. But yeah,
those guys.
like look at this motherfucker. It's it just looks dry to me. I don't know how to explain it. This looks more like a moose with fucked up scoliosis, but
what the fuck? Scoliosis, bro. What kind of scoliosis you got that makes you look like that?
hey, I knew a guy in water polo who had scoliosis, and man, he had like this bulge in
water polo, the most stereotypical rich guy in California sport ever.
Is it really? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I always so people who in high school water polo was always seen like, oh, you wear speedos, you're gay. But
nice, man. That's awesome.
I could see that. I could see how other parts of the country could see that. But it's not like it's a California sport. What do you mean?
Anything water themed is generally a California sport.
Why, you don't have water out there?
I got plenty of water, man. It's just contaminated with chromium.
Oh no. This camel
Here,
is
you want to know
very
the story
photogenic,
behind
though.
that?
About
There's
what?
a town here in Massachusetts called Peabody.
Puberty.
Peabody.
Diggity.
Okay, you know what? Maybe I just don't tell you the story.
No,
then,
tell me the
if
story.
you're not going to take this seriously. No, I don't want to tell you.
Oh, was this a serious story? Okay, I'll be serious. Let's.
It's a real story, man.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so there's a town here in Massachusetts called Peabody, and it was the. Oh my god, dude, it is so hard to talk with this. For a while, back before World War II, it was the #1 leather city in the entire world. So tanning was a huge business there.
Okay.
And back then, one of the parts of the process of tanning, they would salt the leather
Yeah.
with different metals. They would salt it with little ground up scraps of different metals. And the one they would use most often was chromium.
Okay.
But what they didn't realize is that all of that chromium is it doesn't like break down, and so now all of the shoreline throughout Massachusetts, especially around Peabody and what's the other town? Salem.
Sure.
Especially around those two cities, the shore, like under the water, is like filled with chromium, which is why it's why you can't do shellfishing.
Huh. Who thought that was a good idea?
You can't fish for shellfish because they burrow into the sand and get all the chromium on them.
Dang, that's nuts. Man, we make such smart decisions as people, don't we?
We sure do.
We sure do. And whose idea was it to be like, yeah, you know what? If we dump this toxic material in the water and
Yeah.
let it plume into the skies, like what could go wrong?
Shellfish get to ride shiny and chrome on the Fury Road. Yeah.
Ooh.
They await Valhalla.
Speaking of shiny and chrome shellfish, have you guys seen a video where a dude, I think he 3D printed and metal plated a hermit crab shell, which the video was a little underwhelming, but the idea was very cool.
I Did a Thing? Yeah, I know that video.
It might be.
Or he made armored hermit crab
yeah,
shells.
It had like spikes on it.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah, I know that video. I love I Did a Thing. His videos are awesome.
Yeah, it was a fun idea, but man, I was a little underwhelmed. I was expecting a little more. Yeah, but the idea was cool. But it did bring up a good point where it's like, man, the balancing the weight of the shell turned out to be a pretty big deal, which makes sense. I mean, it's like, could you imagine if a bird was injected with what's that alloy Wolverine had? I forget. But it's like bird bones can't be You can't be modifying bird bones because they had to be porous so they can so they can take flight.
You can spontaneously float.
Exactly. I mean, pigeons kind of do that on the ground, right? If you look closely at their feet, they're not actually touching.
What? Huh?
I don't know.
What are you saying to me, man? I'm looking at pictures of pigeons on the ground.
She's looking at it.
Oh my god. Oh my god, they're not touching. What the fuck? They're levitating. Dren, what is this?
Whoa. Well, see, that's why we say birds aren't real. It's because they're aliens, not robots.
Well, just because they're aliens or robots doesn't mean they're not real.
That's fair. Yeah.
They're just real aliens and robots.
Pigeons kind of creep me out, though. They are way too comfortable. Maybe it's because...
I want to talk about a bird that's scary because it's too comfortable. Talk about seagulls.
Seagulls, that's true. Yeah.
You get terrorized by a seagull, your whole worldview changes. Yeah. You're like, man, maybe extinction is the right option.
Maybe some of you folks in the middle of the country don't know about the seagulls, but yeah, they are... They have flight patterns. They
are a menace, dude. I was sitting on the beach one day up in New Hampshire. I was at a beach up in New Hampshire, and I had a fucking sandwich, and I was like, man, it was a great sandwich, and then it just disappeared from my hand. It evaporated. I was like, what the fuck? Where did my sandwich? I crossed over into another timeline where I never had the sandwich. I was fucked up, and then I saw the seagull landing a short while away with my sandwich, and then a bunch of other seagulls attacked it. It was fucked.
Dang. Yeah, seagulls would do that. Yeah, we get that all the time here where tourists will show up.
Sandwich too, man.
Dang, just swiped your whole sandwich. Feels bad. They are fight birds, yeah. I just pictured them up in the sky, just like, Eagle One, we're going in.
The first rule of fight birds is that you don't talk about fight birds. Come on.
We should do a fight club night one night. That'd be fun.
I would win.
You actually, what's a game that would allow us to do that? Pummel Party, is that the one?
Pummel Party, Gang Beast.
What's the difference with those two games? Are they made by the same people or different people?
No one knows.
No one knows. I always get those two mixed up because they seem so similar.
There's the stick fight one.
Which one? The Yomi?
No, well, Yummy Hustle works too. That's not what I'm thinking of, though.
What was it? So, Gang Beast and what was the other one called?
I don't know. You're the one that said that one.
It was literally like 2 seconds ago. Gang Beast and Pummel Party.
Stick.
Let's see. We have...
It's literally called Stick Fight the Game.
I guess Pummel Party does look a little different. Stick Fight the Game?
Yeah, it's like Duck Game, if you've ever seen Duck Game.
Let's see. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Looks a little silly. This is multiplayer too.
It's basically like Gang Beasts with 2D and faster.
Yeah, it definitely looks a little faster. I feel like you play fast games, but man, I prefer slow games. I don't know what it is.
You think I play fast games?
Well, you play like
Dude, I'm stupid as shit. You think I can keep up with a fast game? What the hell?
Because what's the one that came out recently? Armored Core came out, right? And
I don't play Armored Core, man.
no, you sure don't. But that one, like I always compared Armored Core with Mech Warrior. So these are two mech stompy or mech games, and Mech Warrior is a bit slow paced, stompy, and more like tanks with legs. Whereas Armored Core just makes me think of I don't know. It just makes me think of zooming mechs, like anime style mechs, right? Where it's like they're
Armored Core is very anime.
yeah, where they're like teleporting behind you. It's
I played World of Tanks for a while, and that's a game where you are a tank, and then you find a spot and you sit there and you wait.
yeah.
And that was my favorite thing to do in that game. I played as the Panzer IV from Girls in Panzer, and I found a corner and I sat there and I waited, and that was my whole game plan.
Was this the one that had the armor mechanics and penetration and ricochet and all that?
It had really cool mechanics. I liked that game when I played it. It was cool.
I always mix this one up with the what's the other one that got really popular? War of Thunder?
War Thunder.
War Thunder.
I'm not gonna lie, I started playing World of Tanks because I'd heard of the crossover they did with Girls in Panzer.
Oh, they did a crossover, huh? Man, you're all into the... I do like those types of games where they kind of just put anime in just like the weirdest situations.
it doesn't fit at all, but you know, it's an anime about tanks, so like they might as well.
May as well, exactly. Which one was it that was War of Tanks only tanks, or was this... Because I want to say one of them included like aerial and ships.
Yeah, War Thunder. Look at your screen, dumbass. There's planes on it.
Yeah, but didn't War of Tanks make a game that had?
Well, first of all, it's World of Tanks, and second of all, no.
all right. I don't know. There's so many.
Are you thinking of like World of Warships?
That might be the one. Is it made by the same people?
Might be. I don't know.
Yeah. There's so many games out there. I've actually gone to the point where it's just like, I don't expect to buy anything new unless I know I'm going to play it. Which is...
Well, if you ever get World of Tanks, Actually, it's free, I think, so...
It might be. It seems like one of those games.
Maybe I'll drag you into that with me sometime.
I don't know. Maybe...
Come on!
Maybe.
You don't want to find a bush and sit there for the entire game? It's awesome.
That sounds pretty great. I missed that. I mean,
it's really fun because you get your buddy, you go and you find a bush together, and then you sit there and like chill for most of the game, and then like one person rolls through and you obliterate them, and then you go and find a different bush because they've been compromised, and then you sit there.
Yeah. That's basically what snipers do in like Battlefield and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a fun time, man. There are sniper tanks too.
Sniper tanks. Those exist. Yeah.
There's tank destroyers that are built for long range.
Oh, interesting.
There are also the what the hell were they called? SPGs, which are the artillery tanks.
Yeah.
Which are fun.
Is that the one that I think back in one of the wars they would put them on like rail tracks, right? So they can get them around faster.
Yeah.
Realistic simulation of life in an artillery vehicle. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's just sitting there and waiting.
Yeah. Speaking of simulations, you could even pretend to be stuck on Mars and screaming out into the void.
Ah!
Look at that, you're already winning. Well, Neff, I think because you're a little under the weather, we should probably wrap it up here. I'm
feeling the fever, man. That's coming back.
Yeah. I
gotta go lay down.
Thanks for hopping on. We made it happen.
Yeah, we should do it. We should do it again sometime when I'm not feeling like crap.
Yeah, we definitely should. But yeah, if you guys enjoy a little random banter between a couple of dorks.
This is our weekly podcast, everyone. So come back next week. We will have the next episode up.
Neff might be a little less sick. We'll see what happens. But
We'll see what happens.
yeah, if you guys have anything you'd like to share, or if you'd like to join us one day.
It's like all of my friends are determined to stop me from streaming, I swear.
Why? I thought everyone's pushing you to stream.
I have Az's game on Wednesday, I have Jemmy's game on Thursday, I have this on Friday with you, and then tomorrow we're doing the movie night. It's like no one wants me to stream, man. There's so much other shit that I've agreed to do.
Well, that's part of what streaming is for.
Yeah.
It's finding people to do stuff with and then making things happen and hanging out offline. And I don't know. I like the idea of doing more offline too, just because I feel like there's a bit more genuine let's hang out versus let's just get you on my stream type of attitude. Yeah. So yeah, we do a lot of that, and we'll see when the next one is, but looking forward to having Neff on again. Maybe we'll have a few conversations or a few topics actually prepared next time. But yeah, this was just it's been a while. So we're here.
It's been fun.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll catch you next time.
Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.